Welcome back to Shine On Me, and today we have another lesson with today's topic being an introduction to smart spending habits. So first, what is smart spending? Smart spending means that you use your money wisely so that your choices don't hurt your future. It's not just about saving money, it's more about balancing your needs, wants, or long-term goals. So why is this important and why do we need to start smart spending? First, we have the fact that we have limited resources. Money is not unlimited, so we have to prioritize some things over others. It can also help you avoid debt, since poor spending habits can lead to borrowing and financial stress. When you implement these smart spending habits, it can also build you security. This means that smart spending helps savings and cost stability. Lastly, it can also help you achieve your goals, whether it's education for some people, travel, or retirement. These spending choices can affect your future opportunities. Now that we've talked about the why, let's talk about the actual spending habits you could implement. One thing you could do is differentiating between your needs and your wants. More specifically, needs are essentials. This could be things like food, housing, or healthcare, while wants are extras like gadgets or luxury items. So you should plan with a budget, track income and expenses, and set spending limits. And also, you should review these monthly. Some more habits are comparing before you buy. This could be checking the prices and looking for discounts and eventually avoiding impulse buying. You should also delay gratification, which means you should wait before big purchases. You can use different timeline rules for this. And you should also prioritize saving. Build an emergency fund and save for your future goals. You could do this with a dream saving poster like I mentioned before. And lastly, you should use your credit wisely. Spend on only what you can repay and pay off your balances monthly without getting behind. And some common pitfalls you should definitely avoid is emotional shopping. This is also referred to as retail therapy and making your spending choices based on how you feel at that moment. Also, avoid overspending on trends or peer pressure and basically buying based on what others are buying. Don't ignore small daily expenses such as coffee, snacks, or apps because they may seem small at the moment, but they do add up. Lastly, you should never depend too much on credit cards or have the mindset buy now and pay later because this will also add up. So what should you do instead? These are some practical strategies that you should start today. One thing you could do is track every expense for 1 week so that you can be more aware of your current spending habits. Also, you can identify 1 to 2 items to cut back on. And lastly, create a smart spending checklist. Consider if I really need this, if I can find a cheaper option, and lastly, if this will help me long term. We have now covered the content of this lesson, and for our conclusion, I'd like to say that smart spending is not always about being cheap. It's about making intentional choices about your money. Every purchase reflects on your priorities, and by practicing these habits, you can gain control, reduce stress, and also move closer to financial freedom. Thank you for watching another lesson on Shine On Me, and I hope you learned a lot, and stay tuned for more lessons.